here we are, viewers. We are back again on our favorite channel, Alfonso the Rothschild Tutorials. In our last video, we tried to understand the meaning of an economic model, the meaning of a bar chart, the meaning of a component and multiple bar charts, and then we try to understand how IELTS students and other students, other learners interested in economic analysis, how they can analyze the values or variables contained in an economic model such as a bar chart. Today, we are set to do the written analysis of that bar chart that we analyzed in our last lesson. Now, this is what the IELTS candidate is expected to do in the exam situation. The caption or the topic of the economic model is to be paraphrased. It is to be paraphrased as the intro or the first paragraph of the written report. By the way, this is the question that we have to answer. But before we go into the details of this question, I'd like to remind you of the topic we are discussing, the topic of the bar chart that we analyzed in our immediate previous video. It says that this chart shows the amount of money spent on 5 consumer goods, namely cars, computers, books, perfume, and cameras in 2 countries in the year 2010. And the units of values measured on the bar chart are in pounds sterling. And the 2 countries involved in the survey are France and the UK. That is the caption or the topic of the economic model. That topic is to be paraphrased as the first paragraph of the written report. But first of all, let us understand what the question to that effect expects of us. By the way, this topic, maybe you cannot see it very well on the screen. It says bar chart written analysis. That's the written analysis of that bar chart. And the question says, summarize. That is the task we are given. Our task is summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where necessary. As we are to analyze that bar chart, the economic model, in writing by doing what? Selecting and reporting only the main features. That is why we have to summarize. A summary involves taking only the relevant points and highlighting or being completely quiet over the unnecessary details. Then we have to make comparisons where it is absolutely relevant. That is our task. Now, like I said, the intro, the first paragraph, is the paraphrase of the topic. And here it says, the chart above illustrates the amount of money spent on 5 consumer goods: cars, computers, books, perfume, and cameras in France and the UK in 2010. The values are measured in pounds sterling. That's the first paragraph. You can call it the intro. In the second paragraph, we are to present an overview, a generalized view of what we are able to see at a glance on the economic model. The economic model is a bar chart. The second paragraph, which IELTS students often refer to as the overall, because the word overall frequently begins this second paragraph, does not present an analysis of figures. No, it does not present figures. It simply presents the overall, the impression that the analyst can get at a glance after taking a look on the bar chart. In this example, this is the second paragraph, the overall. It says, overall, the UK recorded more expenses on consumer goods than France in the Soviet period. Both France and the UK spent more on cars than any other good, whereas the UK made her least expenses on perfume and the French on cameras. In addition, the most fundamental difference in expenditure between the two countries was on cameras. That is the overview. And these facts have been stated when we made the analysis of the bar chart. After this, we'll now get into the third paragraph, which we may call the analysis paragraph, where the analysis are done and backed up with figures, with relevant figures. It begins by saying, as regards cars, UK consumers committed about £450,000 sterling, as against the French, who spent £400,000. By the same token, So let us take a look. Let us take a look. Let us take a look at this paragraph, the analysis paragraph. Remember that it starts from this point. It says, as regards cars, the UK consumers committed about £450,000 sterling as against the French, who spent £400,000 sterling. By the same token, the UK expenditure on books, which stood at £400,000 sterling, was more than that of the French, which was at £300,000. Additionally, the UK spent above 300. The UK spent above 300,000 on cameras, and this was more than double the French expenditure, which was precisely £300. This is the third paragraph. You can call it the analysis paragraph. Then, in the fourth paragraph, which is the last one, we will now highlight the other commodities on which expenditures were also made during the survey period. Sorry, there is a slight mistake here. 350,000 as against £300,000. So it ends by saying, as regards the other commodities, the French spent more than the UK on perfume, with an expenditure record of £200,000 sterling as against £150,000 for the UK. And so that brings us to the end of our analysis today. In our next class, we shall be taking a look at the pie chart, another economic model which IELTS, prospective IELTS candidates, and others who are interested in economic analysis are expected to have a grasp of. So I invite you to join us in our next video, where we shall be taking a look at the pie chart, understanding what a pie chart is and why it is necessary to analyze economic variables and the value of making such analysis using the pie chart. If you have enjoyed and learned something from our today's video, please sorry for that interruption. I was saying, if you have enjoyed our today's video, please Give a thumbs up, like this video, and subscribe to this channel so that I will be able to provide you with more videos of this kind. Thank you. Bye-bye. And take care of yourself. And be sure to join us on our next video. Thank you very much.